So let me show you. Do this. Bro, nimeona kama nisi here. Bro, kama nisi. That's how you feel. Come light like this. Nyamula kamera bro mwamba. Ngana. Hi guys, Hope TV here. I found an amazing Datsun. It's a really beautiful car. It's an old car, vintage, very nice, and you know, like it's going for like a very like reasonable price. So I was talking to the owner, and he was saying that he can agree to some payment terms. This is how the car looks like. Just see for yourself. Have you seen this number plate? This plate is an old number plate, EU number plate. This is like one of the old number plates, like from the 70s and 80s. So you see that. So this is a very beautiful car, as you can see for yourself. EU number plate, beautiful. You can see the lights. You can see even like the fender and the bumper. These cars were very popular in the 70s and the 80s in Zambia, because like most of the government ministers at that time were able to buy these cars using government loans. So now most of them are parked, but this is one of the very few cars that is still moving. This car is very clean, the engine is neat, and I can just show you. Let me show you inside. Just come and show you how it looks like inside here. So you can see, you know, like the old shift. This is the old vintage shift. You know, like if you have never driven a car like this, you can never drive this car. So you have the like foot brake. This is what they usually use. And then you see like you have the old Pioneer radio. You have the cigar lighter here, and even like the number plate here. If I show you the number plate, if I show you how it looks like. Have you seen from 0 to 100? You know, if you check, you have the fuel gauge there, and one of the things that you need to watch too as well when you are buying a car like this, have you seen the water? That's like the cooling system for the car. So that's how it looks like that. So this is a very beautiful car, really old vintage car that, you know, anyone would be proud to own. So for someone like if you've never driven, sorry, the driver was drinking in this car, so it's okay. If you've never driven a car like this, I mean, like any manual car, you know, you always have to, you have the brake, and then you have the other gear, and then you have the gas. You have the gas pedal, then you have the clutch. You have the clutch, you have the brake, then you have the gas pedal here. So these are other cars that you can even hot wire. You know, like you have seen like in the movies, sometimes when someone steals a car and then they don't have the keys, so you can hot wire the car from here. But I won't do it because of the owner of the car will not let me do that. And you have the wipers here, you know, really like very simple, neat, very simple and neat car. So now let me show you just like the back. Let me show you the back as well. So as you can see from here, what you have here is you have like enough space. If you have a farm, you have a plot, you have, you know, like produce to deliver. This is is what you use. Really like vintage car, old, nice. That's it's a really beautiful car that anyone who has the money for it can easily buy it. As you can see here, Datsun logo there. You really need to check out this. This is really nice. You don't have to worry about having no battery in the car, anything like that. You can simply just wind up the window, and even this opens as well. Even your grandma never owned a car like this. This is a beautiful piece of work. So Datsun have always made beautiful cars, but these cars have lasted long because they have a very simple engine. And the thing too is that they are manual cars, so any mechanical problems, there are no electrical problems at all. Everything is manual and mechanical. That's what it is. You have the side mirrors that look like this. You can put a boot. Yeah, but I'll put a boot. You have the side mirrors on the side, like this one doesn't have. This one has a mirror, but this one doesn't have a mirror. And if you check as well, like the insurance, everything is paid up. Everything is neat here. So let me just show you the boot. So here we go. So you can see a really old, vintage, beautiful car. Even the gas, come from here, and then as you can see, like there's like the mounting is a bit worn out, but the mounting is still okay. The engine is intact, very clean. You can see the oil filter here. Let me show them the oil filter. You have seen this oil filter, clean and neat. Like if you check the engine, I know like the engine oil is a bit dirty, but this car really sounds good when you drive it. Of course, you have that's the brake fluid there. As you can check, it's very clean. The brake fluid is okay. And then you also have this big battery here, and then you have like the radiator. So it's a very simple engine, but this car has been in existence for over 30 years now, and it is still going. And the beautiful thing about this engine, it has never been touched. If you check on the gasket here, let me show you, Jan. Check the gasket. Like this thing was only opened because they are trying to clean everything inside. But as you can see from the metal and everything else, this engine has never been touched. You have the air filter here, a really simple engine. And if you check on the label here, just come and show you like on the label. So like you do have the horsepower there, 62 horsepower, 5,000 runs per meter. You have the wheelbase, and then you have the engine number. These are really old Japanese cars. So no wonder like the Japanese, whenever they make cars, they really make sure that like the cars are like really intact. So this car is going for a very beautiful price. I won't tell you the price because I'm the one who really wants to try and buy this car. You can even see from here, see the fender, everything else. It's a really nice piece of work. Just come, let me show you something. Just come and see from this place here. I love the side mirrors because these are really good for airflow. In case the main window does not open, you can always easily open this. And if you check inside, the ignition is out. Like I said, you can